Hello, I'm Michael, and welcome back to Internet Introvert. This is just gonna be what comes to my mind right now. First things first, why don't you think that you are good enough? Can you answer that for me? Why don't you believe that you are good enough? Why is it so easy for you to see and understand the complexity of those closest to you? When they ask you for your opinion or advice, why is it so easy for you to see their complexity and to see, that even though they falter, they're not terrible human beings, but then your perfectionism towards yourself is so awful? Why don't you give yourself that grace? INFPs, we are ranked to be one of the lowest types in terms of confidence, if not the lowest. I read an article the other day that said that we make great sidekicks, though. Do you want to be a sidekick? How does that make you feel hearing that you are a great sidekick? Like you are a great addition, but you're not going to carry the story. You're not the main character, but you're just fun to have. You add some quirkiness, you add some, depth, but nobody's going to really admire you. Nobody's going to really root for you. I don't know about you, but when I read that, that upset me. And it upset me because I understood why they said that. Because INFPs, we have such big ideas in our minds, but we have such trouble articulating what we feel, what we believe to the outside world. And we don't like upsetting other people. Those are side character traits. The main character is disruptive, and they're disruptive in a direct way. We don't like to disrupt directly. We honestly prefer to avoid. And you can't avoid the world and avoid people and then become upset when they don't understand you. You're never giving them the opportunity to understand you. And that's not really fair to yourself. I want to go on the internet and look up famous INFPs and not see an INFP that wasn't marred with tragedy. I want to see an INFP who's bright, who's happy, somebody I could feel light and joy and enthusiasm coming off from. Why are we so often defined by melancholy and sadness? I don't want you and I don't want myself put as the personality type least likely to have confidence. I don't want us to be most likely to be depressed, most likely to make $3 a year. We are so creative, we are so intelligent. No matter what field you're in, you approach it creatively, you approach it differently. We are so much more likable than we give ourselves credit for as well. But I feel like there's there's an issue of an inner critic that is constantly, because of introverted feeling, analyzing to make sure that your actions are congruent with whatever you value instead of just sometimes living. And I saw a great article about the benefit of actually having introverted feeling as a blind spot. Let me find it. People who have FI as their blind spot, they don't let their mood or what feels right in the moment hold them back. They're not limited by their beliefs or feelings about a subject, unrestricted in exploring ideas and topics, free to explore and do what makes sense. I know that we say that introverted feeling is not like about feelings, it's more about values, but I think that that's crap. I think it's about feelings and values. Okay, I think the fact that we tend to be moody is linked to the introverted feeling. You can't live life according to mood and how you feel in a given moment. You don't build strong will, you don't build strong discipline through how you feel. Don't want us to feel like we have to change to fit in. Like, I don't like that narrative that we aren't good as we are, because there's so many benefits to being ourselves. And the thing is, the system needs us. The society needs us because we are the people who are going to criticize society. But you cannot criticize society if you don't participate in it from time to time to know what there is to criticize, to know what is wrong, to know when we're putting, systems ahead of people, to know when we're putting, efficiency over human decency. You're not going to be able to criticize extroverted feeling if you don't participate in interpersonal relationships. You're not going to be able to criticize extroverted sensing and just doing things in the moment instead of thinking about your values and if they're congruent. If you don't, do things in the moment. A lovely way to think about these things and these habits and stuff is that it's actually just strengthening you as a person, strengthening and giving complete form to the traits that you naturally are great at. Becoming better at articulating our feelings, it's just going to show our introverted feeling even more. It's going to make it shine even brighter. Seeing that, wow, this person has such strongly held values, they really stick to it, they're really cool, I like that. They're not going to know that if you never leave your room, or you're too afraid to speak, or you just avoid everything because it's easier to not. I can say that I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with you. I'm frustrated with me. I'm frustrated we even have to have these talks. I'm frustrated that I need pep talks like these, just like you. I'm frustrated that I can't just be something, that I'm not just it, that it takes work. I hate work. I know, like, my ideal life is literally not working, having the power of conjuration or projection or whatever, where everything I think of will just come to be literally instantly and like as soon as I think about it. That would be my ideal life. I want the ideal body. I just think of it, I have it. I want my perfect career. I just think of it, I have it. That would be perfect for me. I want to be understood by people. I just think about it, they understand me instantly. But we live in a world that is unfortunately based on some actions. You got to do something. You got to exercise to get the muscles. You got to talk to people to feel connected. You have to take risks to become confident. And we also need these things to stop being so binary and stop wanting to be binary beings. That good and bad sort of dichotomy that we have going on. No, 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 no. Let yourself be a complex character. I myself am trapped in a bit of a loop right now, a bit of an introverted feeling, introverted sensing loop, where I truly, truly feel like I'm fighting with myself to get things done. Confidence feeling low, circumstances happening that I did not account for. And I just want to lie down and just not exist. Like that, if that's like what the innermost me would love to do, to retreat from life. I don't know if that's an INFP trait. I don't know if, avoidance or whatever. But I do feel like INFPs, we rather retreat and retract our energy than expending it with things that make us feel uncomfortable and exploring the things that make us feel uncomfortable actually out here. We're okay with it up here, but not so much out here. And that's something I'm actively fighting against. And I'm making this pep talk for myself because I'm tired. I'm tired of living like this. I want INFP main characters who I can admire, who are brave and strong. And whether it's a quiet strength, whatever, fine, But brave and strong and just, who are optimistic, who are full of life, who are doing things. And I want to be that person too. I want to be that character as well. I'm really, really over the angsty human being type of, life that I feel like so many of us fall prey to. And it seems like it gets better later on in life. But why wait if you don't have to? I have a lot of energy right now. I'm so mad at myself. I'm so mad at us. Like, just mad, just upset, just fed up, just tired. And I see how like I shrink with other people, and like when other people try to exert their will, how I choke up. I'm just like, who is that? like I don't even recognize myself in those moments. Like when, like, do you recognize yourself in those moments? Like when you see somebody exercising well, and not even in a super overt or strong or bad way, but just shrinking up and like not maintaining eye contact and not standing firm and being like, you're here, that person who's talking to you, and I'm here too. If the world hits you, you hit it back. That's just a metaphor, by the way. But it's something we need to hear. If the world hits you, you hit it back.